What going on? We are back for another episode of the Press Box with PC. Shout out to y'all. We are officially 7 full weeks in to the NFL season. This season has been spectacular. There's been a lot of really great football played. And I don't know about y'all, but if you rep a hometown team that has not put up 30 plus points in the fourth quarter to win a game, you can't really talk to me right now. Matter of fact, if you ask J-Rob, when's the last time your team has scored 30 points over the course of 2, maybe 3 games? He don't even know if he can give you an answer. If you talk to Early, I don't know what team he repping today. We'll see how nasty he going to be. Bama, Bama flying all the way across the world. Whoever got a Bama jersey on, he going to support and root, unless it's Carolina Panthers, Bryce Young, because apparently he all the way off that ship. So what's going on? Thank you, everybody, for showing up and being with us today. Another great episode. We got up Bama, and we got a special guest today too, brother.
Yeah, man. I don't know if you've been up under a rock, but man, this is one of the hottest guys on TikTok, Instagram. You got Josh Moore in the building, man. A lot of his skits, seen a lot of his skits. So we brought him here to the platform for y'all. Josh, how you doing, brother?
I'm good. I just got to work out in the gym, ate some food, so I'm chilling now.
That's what's up. So I know you do a lot of the sports skits, man. Can you tell us how you got into it, dog, and what made you go down that path? Because you was a former college football player, right?
Yeah. So I was in the class 2021. Came out of Georgia. I initially went to go play at UCLA and kind of want to get out of my comfort zone. I was like, you know what? It's LA. Everybody do something special here. Nobody just like works like a regular job. So I'm like, let me try some content while I'm essentially playing and practicing and all that. Because I was on scout team and stuff. So I was like, you know what? I got a little bit extra time on my hands. Let me go ahead and start making some skits. And over the last 4 years, it's been super consistent with it. Started doing a little bit more football commentary sometimes just telling my story or just making fun of some teams just because, like, that's also fun, too. Like, made fun of the Giants after they blew that league. People were going crazy, man.
Yeah, so shout out, man. My boy moved to LA, started making video content like all the goats in LA do, man. Shout out, man. A lot of great stuff being made out of LA. Some of Bama's favorite content creators are made out of LA, man. Shout out, man. Put your thing in the bio.
What part of LA you in?
Early. Go ahead.
What part of are you? So you know it's funny when you say LA. Are you in LA? Or are you in Cali?
No, see, I was in Westwood. Like, I'm in Florida now, but at the time, like when I was over there, I was in Westwood, so just like on the UCLA campus. That's like the more bougie part. I'm not like in downtown or nothing.
No, I'm already here because I live in my condo's in Glendale, so I know.
Okay.
Yeah. I actually just moved back East Coast from Glendale. I was living in Glendale because I was working up in Pasadena.
By the Armenians.
Yeah, I live with all the. Yeah, we pretty much live in Glendale. You live with all the Armenians, literally.
All the Armenians.
All of them.
Yo, that's dope. So, Josh, what position did you play?
I played safety, and actually at a high school, it has some offers at safety and receiver. But I initially committed to Stanford to play safety, but then USC had hit me up, and I was like, you know what? I'll go to USC and play receiver there because that's what I initially wanted to do. Like when I started, like really training for football and stuff. Mm-hmm. But that didn't really work out. Clay Helton, he wasn't that guy. I'll just say that. And then ended up signing with UCLA and going there.
That's dope, bro. So what is so you got done at UCLA. You graduated as well from there?
Well, I didn't do a transfer into Florida Atlantic, which I ended up in Florida. Okay. So that was like another kind of like little journey going from Atlanta to LA, back down to like Boca Raton, Florida. Similar climates. It's a lot muggier and like humidity is a lot higher in Florida than in California, but still hot both places, and both places are nice.
What school did you go to in Georgia?
It's just called Marist School. It's just a private Catholic high school. I'm going there because the high school I was slated for was terrible at football, and I'm like, I'm not going out like this. I'm not losing 10 games a year. Like I'm not built for that. Yeah. So went ahead and switched schools when I was going into high school.
That's dope. Yeah, I'm out in the Atlanta area right now, so I used to be a little bit in the high school network a little bit. So that's dope, bro. Yeah, that's cash. Always love people come.
You won't want to go to the spot Swiper go to. Well, Swiper like to have fun. That's the best way I can paint it.
No, I used to be at nope. See, he don't even know what you're talking about. I used to be at. I was at Westlake, Tri-Cities, Roswell, Stevenson, like all those, all those.
We played Stevenson when I was at Marist, and Stevenson was right by my house because I initially grew up in Stone Mountain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro. Stevenson's a cool place, yo. But all right, y'all, man, we got a lot. I've been talking about a lot of NFL games to get to, and there were so many great opportunities for great football played this weekend. But all the way, remember, y'all, Players Choice were officially partnered with Splash Sports. These are paid fantasy contests and games for skill where you compete against each other, not the house. And again, we're starting with the NFL alongside of Press Box. The NBA is here too. But remember, Survivor, $50,000 Survivor Series is still going. The $15,000 weekly pick'em is still live. The link is in the bio, top of the comments. Again, you got to be 18 or older to play, 20 or older to play in Massachusetts, Iowa, Arizona, Louisiana, and 19 or older to play in Alabama, Virginia. It's a paid partnership. Make sure you tap in. By the way, if you need to make some money, I'm the one that you need to talk to. Bama, 2 more hits on Splash Sports. That's 4 in the past 2 weekends. So make sure when we give you these quick picks that you tap into them, because we know how to make you some money. And again, more or less, it's really not that hard, y'all. Like, you kind of just got to be able to read who's playing who, catch the matchups and all that. You know, obviously don't put like a 6-legger out there. I did hit on the 6-leg, but there's ways for you to hit 2, 3, and you can really keep it moving, y'all. But look, I'm not going to lie to y'all. This NFL slate, it started off not great, because the first game that we got, we walked into the Rams just absolutely decimating the Jaguars. And that game for me, it was cool. Like, it was fun to watch. Obviously Matthew Stafford had 5 touchdowns. We were doing the show while the game was going on. And Jacksonville, I think for a lot of us, just isn't as good as maybe their record would indicate, even though they beat the Kansas City Chiefs. I think their defense been a little bit inflated this year. But they got mud stomped, y'all. But Chicago versus the New Orleans Saints. If you didn't catch that game, go watch the highlights on this game, y'all. Spencer Rattler had a very up and down game. He was 20 of 32, and then he also had 233 passing yards. He averaged 7.3 attempts per throw. He had 2 TDs. He did have 3 interceptions in that game. But Caleb Williams.
Before you talk about this toilet bowl,
what toilet bowl?
The talk of the day was Travis Hunter talking to Devontae Adams after the game, and he telling him to call him. That's really the talk of everything. That's what sparked my interest more than the game with Sis and Spencer Rattler. That game, I don't care about
what
that.
happened with now? Tell some people break down Travis Hunter and Devontae Adams.
What's up with that? After the game, Travis Hunter walked through, dap up Matt Stafford. Then he daps up Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams asked him, "Do you have my number?" And he said, "Call him." So I'm like, what is that about? Because I know Mr. Early down here, this dude right here, said Travis Hunter has been average, mediocre at receiver. But I think with a little off-season tutelage from Route God himself, man, dog, I think is this the start of Travis Hunter being a top receiver in the league right now? Because he got all the tools. Catching ability, jumping ability, playmaking ability.
Yeah.
He got all the tools. So I just feel like he need to learn the tricks of the trade, right?
Can I add something to that, Bama? Just because, I know there's a lot of discourse surrounding Travis Hunter playing corner, and all these people say he got to get a rhythm to play corner, woo-de-woo. This is coming from a corner. This is what I did as well. But I'm going to say this right now. I'd rather see Travis Hunter play offense. Let's just keep it a buck. He's one of the most electric players we've ever seen. And I think, let's be real. If I'm Travis's agent, what side of the ball do I want him playing? They paying guys more money to score touchdowns. That's a fact. And I think, we being fake football purists when we talk about, I'd rather see Travis play 100 snaps as just straight corner. Are you kidding me? Did we not watch what he did at Colorado, jumping on people's necks, dunking on folks? The electricity on the offensive end is undeniable. So I think, the way Liam Cohen has wanted to foster that and people giving him so much flack about it, I think something I just hate football. Mm-hmm. There's nothing funner than watching Travis Hunter with the ball in his hands. You cannot sit here and tell me if you had to watch 100 snaps of Travis Hunter at corner or 100 snaps of Travis Hunter at wide receiver, you're lying if you're telling me you'd rather watch 100 snaps than playing corner. I think it's an absolute fallacy. Absolute fallacy. And so, to Early, you're bugging. He is not an average wide receiver. The juice is clearly there. Like he has all the tools to be, to me, like Bama said, easily a top 10 receiver in the game.
I mean, 101. I mean, 100 yards receiving is it's nothing to sneeze at. Obviously, especially when you're still playing two-way and you're figuring out the position. And again, we earlier have been talking about BTJ a lot this year. Obviously, a disappointing season, but I am excited to kind of see how it's going to go for him the rest of the year, because if he can continue to stack performances, and a lot of playing receivers just figuring out what the defense is doing, and then being able to sit in zones, being able to read coverages, and then obviously playing man, knowing how to establish leverage in that way when you're running your routes, whether it's out and in, dig, post corner, like whatever it might be, you're just able to determine where you need to be and where your body needs to be. That's all a process. Like, it takes a while to learn that while you're playing versus other grown men. So I'm hoping that he gets better, man. Because I obviously, being from Colorado, I want Travis to be successful. I think he's one of the most talented players we've had walking into the league. So it should be good, though.
Facts.
But yeah, man. I don't know what y'all want to talk about with the Saints game. Chicago gets another win. They're 4-2. I don't know how people feel about Chicago being 4-2. I mean, they're a good team, but they didn't really do anything in the air. Caleb Williams only had 172 passing yards. He did have an interception, but DeAndre Swift had 124 yards rushing. That's back-to-back really good weeks for DeAndre Swift. 6.5 a carry is insane. Mm-hmm. 1 touchdown. And then Kyle Monengai had 13 carries himself for 81 yards in a tub. So they ran the ball all up and down the field versus New Orleans Saints. Their leading receiver had 43 receiving yards. That was DJ Moore. The defense played relatively well. At this point, y'all, the Bears are 4-2. Do we think that they have a chance to push to win that division?
No. No, not at all.
No.
I mean, it's 5-2 to 4-2, right? Yep, that's the record right now. Look at the
they're not better.
They played. That's all.
They're just not better than the Lions. Go ahead, Early. My bad.
No, I just saw what they played. We saw what they did like versus the Lions. So we ain't gonna waste our time. It's only a couple conversations I'm looking forward to having about football, but that ain't one of them. Like Kelly Williams has been a very average quarterback. I do like Cal from Rutgers, but that team is not a good team. Like, not a competing team. I won't say good team. Not a competing team.
Yeah, I can't see them. I can see them.
Rank them. Lions, Vikings, Bears, and Packers.
I think as an overall team, they're the worst team in the division. As an overall team,
so they still 4.
Yeah, they still.
I agree.
Even the record don't say so. Then the Vikings are quarterback away. Sadly enough, the Packers are way better than them, and the Lions are way better than them. Like, they're still one of the more. They're the worst team in that division, sadly enough, but they're not a terrible team, but it's not a contender. That's all.
Yeah, I'm the playoffs. No, I was gonna say I'm the same, literally the same list as Early. Lions, Packers, Vikings, Bears.
Vikings record don't show what they really are. It's just that quarterback.
They're like the Browns. They just need a quarterback.
Yeah, sadly enough.
Yeah.
So Wentz not the guy?
Who?
Not at all.
Carson Wentz not the guy.
Wentz ain't never been the guy.
He's better than JJ McCarthy.
So Josh, let me ask you. So if JJ McCarthy, you start JJ McCarthy when he come back?
I never liked JJ McCarthy. Full disclosure. I thought he was overrated.
Please tell us why. Tell us why you thought he was overrated, please.
Coming out of college, he had that Michigan team, right? Dominant defense.
Yep.
They ran the hell out of the ball. Donald Edwards.
Yeah.
He didn't have to do much. He just handed the ball off, do some play action here and there, and it was like, oh yeah, this man's a top 10 pick. I'm like, no, he's not. But I'm not an NFL GM. But I wouldn't have picked him. I never thought he was that good. I thought he was overrated. That's just me though.
You know, we do a lot, Josh. I think it's just a weird thing that scouts do, and just coaching staffs do, GMs, owners, whatever. If you're watching a quarterback play ball, and I just had this argument on the last pod about Todd Simpson and certain guys. There are certain guys who, like, for instance, JJ McCarthy. He was a project who had everything. And was able to basically have a system in a team where he had to do too much. Ultimate game manager. I'm talking Jimmy Garoppolo, San Francisco style, right? Why, as a GM, how do you get that guy who a potential guy who needs to sit behind somebody for a couple years, get developed. How do you say to yourself, I'm gonna get that guy on a team that's kind of geared to go, and then within the first 2 to 3 years, he gonna be my starter, and then when he don't play well, you wonder why. It's like if you're
Yeah.
scouting somebody, Jason McCarthy, you knew that wouldn't he wasn't the quarterback for a team like the Vikings or any team that's ready to win right now.
Early. This is why I'm mad Trent not here, because him and G Baby need to answer for this. They used to jump me all the time because I used to say, tell me the difference between JJ McCarthy and AJ McCarron. Tell me the difference. They were the exact same people, same play style in college, game manager. We go hand the ball off. He played in the game where he handed the ball off 56 times before with TJ Yeldon and Eddie Lacy before. You remember that game when they was like Eddie Lacy had like 30-something carries, TJ Yeldon had like 27? That was AJ McCarron that was the quarterback during that time. So again, can you tell me the difference? And then if you look at the overall yardage at the end of the careers, it stacks up the same every season, somewhere 3,200 yards, 3,300 yards, might stretch it to 3,800 yards, might get you 30 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 6 interceptions, whatever the case may be. But they sit here and they'll be like, oh, he's 20. No, production on the field. Tell me the difference. If I put the tape on and I saw this dude number 10 for Alabama and this dude number 9 for Michigan, spot the difference because they play the exact same. AJ McCarron went in the 4th round. So what was the difference between back then and now to make you say this is a top 10 pick right here?
It just don't make no sense to me that you go ahead, and I had this conversation on Flag on the Play I want to get into. It doesn't make sense to me that if a guy was limited at college and they made the system to where he didn't have to do too much, he didn't have a receiver he had to throw to mainly, why would you then pick that guy up and think that even though they had to simplify for him for college, he'll come to the pro level and be ready to have a pro. I don't think people understand how thick a pro level playbook is. That's one. And then two, he's going to be able to, even though he's never had to feed receivers, he's never been in a system where he had to throw the ball around, he's going to come to a team where a receiver was complaining about his touches before he got his big contract and then feed a Jordan Addison, how did you think that was going to happen? Like, he was never that ever. So why would he then come to, like, I ain't gonna lie, the Vikings are a team for like Bryce Young. Bryce Young know what it look like to feed receivers. He know what it look like. CJ Stroud know what it was like to feed receivers. That makes more sense. You brought on JJ McCarthy. I said it from the jump. If you're gonna get that guy, one, you don't get him that early. If you do get him, he sits behind somebody for a long time. Sadly enough, I wish Kirk wasn't such a sucker and wanted to leave so soon, because you see how that worked out. You left somewhere because you feel like you're gonna be replaced, just to go somewhere and get replaced. So poo-poo on you. But I told Trent this. Lamar Jackson was so damn good that the fact that he was the last player picked in the 1st round and he was a 2-time MVP, what teams have done is they have overcompensated because they missed out on that diamond. They have gotten the Trey Lances, the AR5s, the Justin Fields, trying to make up for that, hoping that if I get a guy who can run a little bit, then he could be Lamar. But it was just a rare look, y'all missed out on that. It's hard to find something like that. That is a generational talent, and it won't come for a long time. And teams have overcompensated for the last couple of years, grabbing guys like Jason McCarthy who have potential and can move a little bit. Like, it's just been a sad thing to see. Like, you have to scout better than that. Know that he's not ready for your team.
Oh, I mean, I kind of agree with that. I would actually almost say that like Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen kind of broke how scouts look at quarterbacks, because I think we're in a time where, and look, I had a bit of this with Anthony Richardson, where we fall in love with the talent, and sometimes you fall in love with the talent so much that I think you tend to disregard the tape. Because again, let's go back to JJ McCarthy. You're going to go to a league that demands your franchise quarterback to win games with their arm.
Period.
JJ McCarthy was asked to do that in such a limited sample size at Michigan with all the best resources around him that I think it wasn't realistic for people to even be able to make the conclusion or draw the conclusion that he was a 1st-round draft pick. I think the problem is, to Early's point, is they're scared to miss out on that level of player. But I think we should also remember Joe Burrow does exist. His injuries are a lot of things to do with his offensive line, but he's not the most athletic guy in the world. Baker
But Joe
Mayfield's not the
Burrow
most
played in a
athletic
system,
guy.
though, J. Rob, where it made we saw what
Right. But
we can say. If I put a tape on, I know you can get the ball around. The
no, but
Vikings are one of the more potent offenses. You have a top 10 to 15 tight end. You got at least a top 7 number 2.
right,
You got one or two of wide receiver.
right.
Why did you think Jason McCarthy, who never showed you that he could get the ball out in that type of
Mhm.
volume, why did you think he would go to a team like that and then produce?
No, all I'm saying is Joe Burrow, the Baker Mayfields of the world, they're not insane athletes. You know what I'm saying? But they're good at playing the position. Like this draft class coming up, my QB1 is Fernando Mendoza. But physically, Lenore Sellers probably going to get the nod to go within that top 3 because of what the physical tools are. But if I'm looking at who's playing the quarterback position at a higher level, if I am the New York Jets, I would bank on Fernando Mendoza before I bank on Lenore Sellers because there's still
He's
things
too much
that
of a project. You don't
the
have time for
project.
no more
And
projects.
I don't think Josh Allen falls. I don't think Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson fall out of the sky. Like I think those two players are a bit of anomalies just because of the physical tools plus the ability to play the actual position.
Yeah, Lenore
Every
Sellers should
day.
go somewhere where the team is really bad. He can go there and be on some cam type shit where he can kind of do his own thing and then he'll get acclimated into the offense. But if you go somewhere where we already have weapons, you can't get the ball to them. So it's going to be a problem. We sat with John Grenard on the show and he said, even though it kind of went viral a little bit, that JJ was very upset after the Falcons game versus, and I'm talking about JJ the receiver was very upset after the Falcons game because he felt like he was open and he had and Jenny McCarthy couldn't get it to him. Like he was upset. Like that's a guy who he needs a Matthew Stafford, he needs a Kirk Cousins, like he needs a guy who knows the game who can get him the ball. What Joe Flacco just did versus Steelers. Like I don't want to see him do that, man. Jenny McCarthy was never ready to play. Yes, he's young, but because he's so young, make him sit. The Packers have done it right for years and years. They don't mind making a guy sit who can come into it his own in 3 or 4 years and then figure it out. But making a guy Jim McCarthy play so early, you knew he didn't have it. It's no way you watched him and thought he had it. He never had it. Like, especially for right now. I would have been great if he'd have went behind Kirk Cousins, sat for 3 or 4 years, learned the game. Now, hey, it's your time, pup. But at 20 years old, a guy who doesn't know how to, when you watch him play, doesn't know how to basically understand the full blown offense and a Kevin O'Connell. Like you don't you can't even fathom a brain of what Kevin O'Connell's gonna give you at this age. It's a bad look, man. It's a bad look.
Well, I think
So
that's
I
a part
wonder
of the
why,
development.
if they wanted somebody pro ready right now, Bo Nix is still on the table because he had played 6 years at Auburn and Oregon.
Yeah.
You want somebody to play
And played
right
the
now,
spread
you get
offense.
this- You get the 6-year dude that's been there. He sung it around. He's seen a lot of football, played a lot of football. I think McCarthy started 2 years? We started 23 and 24.
He had a lot less experience.
Yeah, so it's like just from what they wanted and what they seemed to have wanted when they picked McCarthy, Bo Nix is there 2 picks later that just would have fit them better, in my opinion.
I'm looking at JJ McCarthy's his on Bleacher Report, his NFL pro comparison. You know what it was early?
Who?
Well, first off, they had a 2nd round grade on him, but they said his pro comparison is Baker Mayfield.
He never had Baker
without the
he
arm,
never had
exactly.
that.
Without the arm, yeah. Because
He never had that. Baker was a walk-on who came into the game with moxie. There are certain mentality of certain players that even if you don't think he's the greatest player, you'll take that because you know he's gonna fight every single time he touches the field. McCarthy was a quiet in the cut type of dude. He never showed you Baker's moxie. Baker shows you that leadership, man. What are scouts doing, man? What are scouts doing?
I mean, JJ needs time. Like I said, like I have, I told y'all I don't know about this year, like how much time he gets, but he needs time to actually play, start, fail, succeed, and he needs reps and reps and reps and reps and reps and reps and reps. I just don't know when it's going to happen.
But you don't have that time.
And
Swiper, when Sam Darnold
this is what
did
makes
what
me
he
all
did
mad
last
with
year.
JJ McCarthy
You don't have
supporters.
that time.
Did you watch him? Did you watch him? Yes, we watched him and nothing popped off the paper. Jimmy Garoppolo popped off the paper to us. Like nothing about JJ McCarthy just said, hey man, this dude is QB1 for somebody franchise. No, everything what we saw from JJ McCarthy showed he was a project. He's gonna have
And ready
come
to
in
start, like what?
and be a game manager. That's all what I saw.
But don't you
and
think
his
that's why
max
he needs the
ceiling
reps?
game manager. I mean, Swiper, sometimes you get reps just from practice and sitting behind somebody else. Sometimes you don't need actual live game reps because
But I don't know
at this,
what quarterback.
But
that would
Swiper,
apply to,
imagine
though.
this, Swiper. You are a star receiver on a team who won 14 games last year. Now your rookie who was hurt last year is starting now. You want me to say, even though I know my team is ready right now, we're gonna let you figure it out for a season while we fucking lose here and there. Like, I don't have time for that. Like, imagine how Judge Jefferson feel. Imagine how John Grenard feel. Imagine how these guys feel. How Harrison Smith feel, who's 35, 36 years old. I don't have another year to waste, dog. This game is so quick. You can literally be a contending team 1 year and then not make it to the playoffs for 5 years straight, dog. I don't have time when I have the defense, I have the offense, I have the coaching staff. Like, I have a window. I don't have time for you to wait 2 or 3 seasons for you to figure it out. I don't have time. If you need to get some reps, like Bama said, get them on the back end. Give me a real NFL quarterback who knows the game in here, and then let that boy watch. But I don't have time to wait 3 or 4 seasons while you figure it out. If you ever figure it out.
Well, they had to draft the quarterback though.
Well, no, they had to, bro. At the end of the day, they took him with the idea that he's going to be their franchise guy. At the end of the day, we're all projecting the things we thought about him prior to him being drafted by the Vikings. And at the end of the day, there's still things yet to be seen. But I think it's okay to assume that we're skeptics. I think there's real initial reasons for there to be skeptics, and every player has skeptics. I mean, did anybody watch Josh Allen's first 2 years?
Yeah, absolutely. But the Bills wasn't nobody you cared about, so I can see why they got Josh Allen, because they had time to figure it out. When Josh Allen played for the Bills, we went, dog, the Patriots ran that division. We didn't care.
6'6", 240 pounds, and can throw the ball a mile. Like, that's something I'll just sit there and wait on. Even AR5, that's something I can really just sit there and wait on, because when you just look at it, it's like, oh man, I might really strike black gold with this. Like, this is really, I might really be on to something right now.
Yeah, this
like,
is the blood diamond.
Man, I'm about to buy my wife a car with this one. Like, when you watch JJ McCarthy, bro, average. Man, average. Like, when I see him, it's like, man, this dude looks at his best. Jimmy Garoppolo, like Alex Smith at his best.
The only thing that scares me most about him is that he kind of Tebow-y with his throwing motion, and that's my only thing. Like, it's just like the long MLB pitcher wind-up type of throwing motion, and that is probably
comes off nasty.
I don't really think anything about his ability to process right now. I haven't really made my decision on where he's at there, but I think if I were to look at him right now and decide like what I'd be working on with him right now, is like I don't really love his mechanics, but you know, we'll see. Like,
it's just no way. I know he lost 20 million in one game, but there's no way I see what Sam does. It's just I feel bad for them, because as a receiver, as a team, you watch what Sam Darnold did, and you watch what he's doing with the Seahawks, and you almost question the organization to go, y'all like Jim McCarthy that much? That this 27-year-old
number 10 overall, dog. They had to.
But you got to remember, Zach Wilson went second overall, bro.
But just for context, y'all, how long it takes. Because remember, Zach Wilson went and he started though. But then the issue is they brought in A-Rod because they had like that team that he's talking about. So early talking about, they had a contender because all the Jets were stacked across the board. This situation, they had a contender with the Vikings. But Sam Darnold, in their brain, they're like, we just took a QB. You were supposed to be a backup quarterback here, Sam Darnold. Then Sam Darnold had
an MVP-like season.
The MVP season. And then he obviously sucks the last 2 games of the year. So then they're like, well, what we'll do then, I'll bring another veteran quarterback in. If we have issues with JJ, then we can slot him. You bring in, you bring in Wentz. And to be fair, like, Wentz has had some good moments with them. Like, but he's, not Sam Darnold. And he doesn't have Sam Darnold's arm or his precision or his IQ. So it's just not the same.
He's so 50-50 Swiper. He'll make a bad play one minute, good play the next minute.
Another thing people forget about Sam Darnold, y'all, I think he's 27.
He's 27. He's young.
Yeah, he's young.
Like,
it was just a couple years ago when he was seeing ghosts.
He was drafted at 20 as well.
2018.
He was drafted he was 20 years old when he got drafted.
Yeah, he like Lamar.
So you got Baker, Darnold, and Josh and Lamar all in one class. The only one that hadn't worked out is Josh Rosen. But Josh Rosen, like
he could have worked out. A lot of the reason why he didn't work out was behind the scenes stuff. Like when coaches used to call plays, like he'll literally straight up tell them, "I'm not running it." Like he was already on that type of time.
But he didn't have the tools either, bro. Like,
I actually like Josh Rosen.
Might be a cool.
I think he did.
Yeah,
but all those quarterbacks came through my Panthers.
Well, they compared
somebody that Charlotte Water, man.
They
compared
him to
go somewhere else and be great.
His NFL comp was Jared Goff. And
Yeah,
that's what they were trying to like turn him into, right? But then Arizona's also like Cliff Kingsbury, like the whole thing. You see what they're doing with Kyler right now. I just don't think they develop quarterbacks properly there.
Who comp? You said Sam Darnold comp?
I like Josh Rosen.
No, Josh Rosen's comp was Jared Goff.
I can see that.
I think for him it was like a personality thing between coaches too. I think he
was very entitled because he came from money. Which is not a bad thing, but like it was also that was a part of his
St. John Bosco.
His story, Josh. Like they were saying that like he acts like he comes from money.
You just
I don't know how much
him
he wants
anyway, though. You couldn't talk to him anyway. Like that's really what it is. Like regardless of whatever color you is, they want somebody that's just happy to be there. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna play.
Yeah.
And Josh Rosen really wasn't like he was very smart. So it's like he want to know why you calling this right now. Why are you calling this play? What's making you call this play? And it's not necessarily challenging you, but I can see like at the time what coaches feel like it's challenging. Because J-Rob, I'm pretty sure you had a teammate like this. My homie Jameer, the truth. But you got to tell him why am I running this post right now? Like you have to tell me why am I running this play? I'm gonna run it. You can get a touchdown up out of it, but you have to tell me why. And some coaches didn't like that.
And I think the other point to that is I've had a teammate like that too. And I think the other part of it is they want to know the why, because if it don't work, they don't want to have to blame themselves. They want to blame you. They want to be able to come up to you and say, you told me to run this and it didn't work. So why am I running this again? Because we all play, a lot of us have all played football up here. I know sometimes when that play, especially when I was in high school, when I played offense and defense before I got to college, I would wonder why we ran this 3 times, it didn't work. Why are we running it a 4th time? It ain't worked yet. So
it don't even when you watch it. Like I know I'm skipping too far ahead. I'm like I have a brain. There's no way a coach throws the ball to Kyle Pitts in the flats 3 times. He doesn't have any wiggle, but you keep going back to it. When you have Darnell Mooney and you have Bijan Robinson, it's like, hey, Zach Robinson, are you stupid? Like, are you? He don't know what to do with that. He gets the ball and he doesn't know what to do with that. But the plays when he's down the field, he looks good. Why would you go? It didn't work the first 2 times. You went back to it. If I'm Michael Penix, I'm not running that. Give me something else. I'm making my playbook.
Yeah,
Give me something else. I'm not running that.
Bro.
I cannot run that. I'm not running that again.
Just because I think that this is funny you're bringing this up early. I think this is kind of where we land with the next conversation. Because earlier you're talking about quarterbacks and chances and development and timing and plays. Well, quarterbacks, chances, development, new head coach, new offensive system, receivers, running backs, you got it all. But Tua Tagovailoa, they lost 31-6. He had 100 yards passing on 4.3 yards an attempt with 3 interceptions and a 3.3 QBR. Dylan Gabriel wasn't good. Remember, J-Rob, we had a whole discussion about if he played bad one more game, then maybe you see Shador. The game was so bad. Tua and the Dolphins offense was so bad. Dylan Gabriel had 13 completion for 116 yards with no TDs and a 23 QBR, and they dominated 31-6. In part, in Quinshon Judkins, he had a good game, 84 yards, but 3 yards a carry, but he did have 3 TDs. He wasn't even going crazy. The Dolphins were so incompetent, they were handing the ball back to the Browns throughout the game. I'm not even talking about early stressful situations. Tua was panicking, lobbing throws. He doesn't look like he's confident with himself because the quarterback can get the yips. Sam Darnold got the yips in New York versus the Patriots 6 years ago at this point. But I'm saying in this instance so early, for me, this is a situation where everybody involved, from McCarthy to Tua to ownership, the front office, everybody just needs a new start. Everybody needs
But
to
you
use
know what?
stuff.
Tua's another product of a person who always had the good stuff. Always you grow up eating caviar and lobster, and now you got to have steak or you got to have some burgers. You like, what's this? Tua, you know what Tua is? Tua is. I got a nephew. My nephew, he's grown now, but when my nephew was young, he had a blanket, right? And his blanket, like he wouldn't go nowhere without his blanket. He had to have his blanket everywhere he went. And if he didn't have his blanket, it was all hell break loose. Tyreek Hill was to his blanket. You lost your blanket, and now you have no idea how to get this thing going. Tua is one of them guys that I've always said, in my problem quarterbacks, you come from a system where you have it all, and
But
then y'all
early, can
draft
you?
these guys.
But can you
And
give us?
Brian Flores was right about. See, Brian
Yeah, Brian.
Flores talked to you the way you need to be talked to because he saw who you was.
But
But that hurts
early,
your feelings.
can you
That
give
bothers you.
us, because the thing is early, and you can give us some background on this, and Josh, please speak here, and then obviously Bama, because you've been following Tua Tagovailoa, when he came out of high school, was considered one of the best QBs we had in the last several years. Like in that era, Tua was a monster.
He won Elite 11 and everything.
His brother played for Maryland. I know all about him.
And then I'm talking about he went to Alabama. And again, y'all, people got to remember, Jalen Hurts was established at Alabama. He was like the man at Alabama. Tua walked into the game, national championship, and Bama. He was so good. First start, like literally first time he walked on the field, won a national championship. They started the tank for Tua 2 years before he came out of the draft, like literally 2 years before he's eligible. He then goes to the NFL and he gets drafted over Justin Herbert because a lot of people, Josh, if you remember this, Justin Herbert was at Oregon. He was good. He was balling, but Tua was like the most accurate pocket quarterback we had ever seen with a bunch of weapons around him. So that's what he was. Everybody thought he was Drew Brees. And so they figured, if I put him in a pristine passing situation where it's timing, it's relying on footwork, and I got to make sure that literally, because you know what the NFL is like early in Bama and J-Rob and Josh, when you get to the NFL, everything is timing, precision, and placement. Tua can do all three of those things better than almost anybody else that's come out of the draft in the last 10 years. So when he got there, it was just like, all right, bet. But something, I think the concussions have a lot to do with this.
He hit his head real hard a couple times.
A lot of times.
Remember the hit.
I want to let Josh go, but I'm a diehard Bama fan. I'm just not wearing a Bama player jersey today. I just wanted to give it a break.
Whose jersey is that?
Who jersey is that?
Other people.
Who jersey is that you got on?
That's crazy.
Deshaun Watson?
In 2025?
I don't care.
The massager?
Yeah, on the floor.
The massager is crazy.
That's nuts.
Hey, they say, y'all, they
I was about to
say
put my Henry Ruggs jersey.
They say, hold up. They said Deshaun Watson jersey come with
we
baby
shouldn't
oil.
even have asked about that jersey. You should have left it alone, bro. Go ahead.
Is it true, Bama, Deshaun Watson jersey come with baby oil?
Y'all are nasty, bro, because Jilly bad as hell, bro. I don't think he did it. But anyway, remember, what happened with Tua was he broke his hip when they played Mississippi State. That game, I'm not going to lie, bro. I remember watching that game. That boy, because he was coming off, he had the tightrope surgery on his ankle, where it was like his ankle was like almost broke. But Alabama has some weird tightrope surgery where a lot of people get like ankle injuries that take you out like for like 6 weeks. Normally it's just 2 weeks for Alabama because of the type of surgery they have or whatever the case may be. So he was coming off of that. Then he had the MCL sprain. So when he gets to Mississippi State, he already kind of broke down a little bit. So by the time he get to the league, by the time he get to Mississippi State, he rolls out the pocket, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, dog. That was the nastiest hit I never seen live before, boy. They picked that boy Tua up, slammed that boy. They even busted his nose up. I think they broke his nose too, bro. They broke his hip and his nose, bro. Anytime you see the trainer just having to hold you and hug you, bro, yeah, bro, you ain't got sent to the shadow realm, bro. Like, cause that's all she could do. Like, it ain't nothing I can really do for you. So he get here, just a little bit of kinesis. Your hip is how you put torque on passes, how you throw deep balls. I know a lot of people say, oh, your arm strength. It's not really your arm strength. It's your hip. Your hip is what gets the ball far down the field. Once he broke his hip, I just saw it. It don't even look like the same to it. His passes didn't have the same pop. You right, Swiper. His timing, placement, all of that was still the same, but it didn't have that zip what he had like at Alabama. Like when he was at Alabama, it was just it looked NFL like. Once that hip got broke, it was just like, man, Tua don't look like the same Tua, dog. Like
got serious.
It got serious, bro. And then it got even more serious once he started to get them concussions. I'm like, you know, I did a report on CTE, chronic traumatic encephalopathy. Like, dog, that is nothing to play with. And Tua just being out there, I'm like, dog, he playing a dangerous game.
Every time he take off the run, you cringe. Like, come on, man.
Cringe. It's like, what you doing, bro? And then on top of that, I think Buddy, he up there. I don't know. He look like Nick Cannon. He got the braids, the tattoos. I think Buddy lost, man. Like, I think he just.
No, I don't know where he want to be.
He got paid.
Yeah.
He got that fat contract.
But they had to pay him. I feel like that contract was more so a pity contract because it was malpractice by the Dolphins. They could have got sued. First off, I'm sitting
they were just throwing about that, wouldn't they?
Bro, early. So from that Bills game, for him to play that Thursday versus the Bengals, listen here. It is nothing like after you get up and you start to stumble
was that the first
and
game or the
fall
second
back
game?
down.
So was that the first concussion game or the first one?
The first concussion was in Miami. He got hit in the pocket. They was playing the Bills.
I remember
he got hit, and then he still went down there and drove and scored. That was his last touchdown he threw in the game. He got hit, got up, fell, and then they were just like, "Oh, somebody just picked him up," and they was like, "Oh, he all right, he all right." I'm like, I don't know. That ain't just no all right. You know what I mean? So it's like, damn, he go sit in the game the rest of the game.
And then
Thursday,
3 days later, they didn't. And so this is the thing. Later. They checked him, Josh. And remember, it was like a Monday or a Tuesday. They cleared him. And everybody named Mama was like, bro, he is not. I saw him stumble early. We saw him stumble. He was not there. And he played 3 days later. And I'm legitimately at this point like, somebody has to step in. There's no way the NFL there. And remember, they had already had an independent neurologist that had looked at it and said, "Oh, he's cool." Everybody that has ever seen a concussion said that man doesn't need to be playing football 1 week later, let alone 3 days. So literally, it was so bad, Bama. When he got hit, dude literally froze up on the ground, dog. I'm like, that's that's 3 hits in 4 days to his head, bro.
And then who was it versus when he fell? He just fell backwards and he snapped his neck too bad and he had a concussion.
That was the
Green Bay Packers. So you remember he had 3 touchdowns, 166 yards in the first half, no interceptions. He finished that game terrible. It was like 178 yards, 3 interceptions to end the game, and it was like, what happened to Tua?
No, I'm afraid
in the first
Tua.
half.
Yeah, I'm afraid for Tua long term.
What do you mean he got a concussion in the first half? But then again, that's why I said the reason why they gave him that money, I think it was like just to shut up because you remember Trent Green, they had Trent Green concussion, Pat White concussion. Miami organization itself has, I know it's not the same coaches, but I'm just saying that organization. A lot of the quarterbacks with promise went out with concussions. Like
they cursed. Some is in the water.
I don't know what it is. I just think they
I think when Dante went there, he got a concussion too. Go Pepper.
Josh, what you think about all this?
About the concussions?
Just about Tua, period. Tua, period.
General, yeah.
I'll say once you're done, I got something to say about him.
Tua, he hurts his hip, starts getting concussions, gets the contract. I think after that, he just started kind of checking out. He's like, you know what? I done got my money. And now that he's playing bad, he knows he's not getting another contract like that. He knows another team might not sign him after he gets cut or whatever happens when his contract gets towards the end of it. So I just think that he's just like, he's just chilling. Like he's in Miami. He don't care. I forgot. Like, I won't say he don't care. He's gotten all football can give him.
Yeah. And
I think he knows that.
Yeah.
Can I just be dead honest? We talking about these injuries and the concussions. I feel like we missing the big picture. Tua has never been that good of an NFL quarterback since he's been in the national.
Yeah, he has.
No, he hasn't. No, he has
Remember,
not.
the 23 year he started off like leading MVP race.
You're gonna go. I know you're
I
gonna
ain't gonna
go
lie
to
to you.
you.
When you
Let me finish.
Go ahead,
Let me
J.
finish.
Rob. Go ahead, J. Rob.
Y'all all got your. All I'm saying is you're gonna. Yes, he's had a good year, 2 seasons, but you go back to the playoff game versus he hasn't looked good in any playoff game he's participated in. I think the start of his career and this back end of his career is more of who he actually is than the seasons where he's played great under Mike McDaniel. I think it is also very telling that the Miami Dolphins took the time to pretty much tell the world that Mike McDaniels to us is not our problem. In their minds, they told the world we do not have a Mike McDaniels problem. He will be our head coach next year. They believe that they have a Tua Tagovailoa problem, which also means to tell me that ownership in the front office for the Miami Dolphins think Tua Tagovailoa is 100% a product of Mike McDaniel. And now the league caught up to Mike McDaniel and Tua, and it is time to find somebody who can take them over the edge. I personally think Tua's had some head injuries, the hip, all those things. But the truth is, there's a reason why Brian Flores didn't want to draft him. There's a reason why you're seeing the performances you've been seeing. He's thrown 10 interceptions in over 3-4 weeks? 3 weeks?
It's 10 in 3 weeks.
He has
thrown
I think
three.
you're talking about Geno. That's Geno. But
How many times? Listen, his coach went out there and said we cannot throw 10 interceptions. So how many interceptions does he have on the season?
So far this year, Tua has with this 2025. He has.
Oh damn, he do got 10.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Three last game. Yeah.
He has 11. You about to say, right?
Well, it's 10 now. It's 10 now.
He got 11 TDs, 10 interceptions.
He is 11.
And that's the second most he's ever had in his career.
Hey, this boy look just like Paulie right here from the London.
Yeah, he threw six picks in the last 2 weeks.
And so that's my whole point about this. Like, I think we gotta get a bit of a grip. Like,
what game was 2 weeks ago? What game was 2 weeks ago? Was that Chargers game 2 weeks ago?
Yeah. Chargers in Cleveland. He's thrown 6 picks in 2 weeks.
Yeah, he hasn't been very good, man. Like, let's just call it state of state.
6 picks in 2 weeks.
Hey, J. Rob, you know who that reminds me of? That reminds me of Matt Schwab. Remember?
Bro, he's Nathan Peterman right now. What are we doing?
Yeah, he Nathan Peterman.
And to be real with you, there are guys who would.
What's up with the Miami quarterbacks? Carson Beck.
But look, hold on. One thing, though, J. Rob, they gonna have to get rid of Mike McDaniel too because the owner wanted.
Oh, he's done.
You know what needs to be done? No, I'm gonna tell you what'll fix the problem.
He's the offensive coordinator. Stop it.
The owners at Club Live. Stop letting the quarterbacks of these Miami football organizations into your club, because it is obvious that they come out of your club in Miami at Club Live, and they clearly are not thinking about the game of football. They're thinking about bottle service.
The truth, sad enough to say, the truth is Miami is not sad to say, even in basketball, they're not a faithful, like, them cities where, like, you have so much to do, they don't be caring about the sport like that. We got things to do.
Same with LA.
Even when the Miami Heat had LeBron, D-Wade, and Chris Bosh, that damn stadium be 75% full. Niggas like, I'm not going to the Heat game. I don't care if I can go see LeBron play. I got stuff to do.
Bro, come to the party after the game. Like
places like Oklahoma City, places like Detroit, they like Cleveland. We need this. We love this. This all we got. It's even you've been to. I know the kid who went to the high school where you in a small town in Texas, and we got to go to this high school game. We all go here. We close our shops for this. Like Miami, one of them places that we got other stuff to do. You know, LeBron D-Wade playing tonight. I'm going to the club.
I'm going to the club.
I'll see them at the club.
You heard what Michael Irvin said on It Is What It Is. He said they gotta be good, because if they not good, there's no shot early. There's no shot.
Houston too. Houston one of the places that it's a lot of things to do.
Hey, y'all play it. Hey, your boy found out the hard way. Kalen DeBoer. He was like, bro, you don't have that. Hey, it's okay mentality in places like nigga. We wait 6 months for this. like literally, we work overtime until Alabama football comes around. Like You are not finna make us wait. And then that's the first thing you put on paper, boy. You finna get this gun put to your back, bro. Like don't play these type of games.
Out after that game.
Yeah, don't play like this. And now he's like, oh, I'm ready. It's a different side of me. Like,
he's the team now.
It's different, but like y'all right, bro. Like in cities like LA, Miami, where it's like, bro, we got other stuff to do. It's not. You could just tell with Tua, like what Josh said. It's like, bro, I ain't got everything. What I got, bro, I'm good, bro. Like. I'm fine. I'm okay.
Before we move on to the next game, because we got a whole slate to get through, and obviously Tua is honestly, bad quarterback play might be the most frustrating topic on Press Box, because we just spent 50 minutes on Tua and JJ McCarthy. So that should show.
Right, but I'm gonna say that we're gonna look back at the last I'll say 2018 and like 2025. We're going to look back at that time and go, boy, they was giving anybody money at quarterback.
Yep.
They was just giving away money at quarterback.
Yeah.
And Kirk Cousins made them do
just
it.
Cutting checks to niggas who wasn't doing nothing.
Kirk Cousins he earned every one of them checks, though, if you ask me.
We'll see.
Remember, he got three franchise tags. It was 3 in a row. He bet it. Remember, Washington was betting him. We don't believe you're going to keep doing it. So, Kirk, hold on, early. But Kirk said, cool. Give me a franchise. The first one was like 28 M's. Next one was 32. And then he got another one. Then he dipped, got a 3-year fully guaranteed deal.
$84 million, fully guaranteed.
So I'm gonna tell you something, Swipe, because I'm from DC. You can say what you want to say about Kirk. You can talk shit about him. You ain't gotta like him. I remember a time with guarantees was small shit, like 150 million, 40 million guaranteed. Mm-hmm. I'm not be real with you. If you know the game of football, Kirk Cousins is the reason why fucking guaranteed contracts are so high now.
Yeah,
it wouldn't used to be you get 100 million and 85% guaranteed. No, it used to be 30 million guaranteed. 70 of it is in the air. Yeah. Kirk made niggas stop. I remember when Kirk got that check, when he got that guarantee in Minnesota, Aaron Rodgers was like, niggas getting guaranteed money out here?
Well, remember, and Kirk also he bucked the system, because what happened is when he got the 3 straight years with the Washington, what happened is he went to the Vikings. He went to the Vikings, and he said to them, "I'll sign a deal. It's not going to be long term, but what it will be, all the money that you typically give for quarterbacks." So to Early's point, you get 3 years guaranteed, and the last 2 years are not guaranteed or partial. What we're going to do is you ain't got to sign me to a 5-year. Just give me a 3-year. And then we're done. And then after year 2, if you're happy, we'll re-up. So he played it perfectly based on the way
first fully guaranteed contract in NFL history.
Yeah. So, but again, just for context, y'all, the reason it was fully guaranteed was because it was short. But after this, we'll get to the rest of the games. I just want to remind y'all, Splash Sports, make sure y'all are tuning in to Splash Sports. This segment is a paid segment by Splash Sports. We're putting our money where our mouth is. Are you tired about hearing who knows ball? Early does not know what he's talking about when it comes to J.J. McCarthy. Well, come prove it. We teamed up with Splash Sports to drop 2 games of skill for the PC community. We got a $50,000 Survivor Series, 1 pick a week, survive in advance. You miss one, you're out. $15,000 weekly pick 'em. Make your picks on every game, because you can compete against other fans, not the house, and climb the leaderboard. Do you want in? Link is in the description and the pin to the top of the chat, or scan the code on the screen. And remember, you got to be 18 in order to play, 20 in order to play Massachusetts, Iowa, Arizona, Louisiana. You got to be 19 in order to play in Alabama and Virginia. Terms apply. Paid partnership. Come run it with Player's Choice on Splash Sports and turn those picks into real cash prizes. All right, y'all. Back to the NFL slate. We have so much to get into. Shout out to the Browns for getting another win. But, y'all, we got to talk about New England versus Tennessee. I don't know if you watched this game. Tennessee was leading this game to start the game. Cam Ward made his best throw of the game early in the game. And then he proceeded to have 255 yards and then didn't do much the rest of the game.
He had a butt fumble. He had a
fumble. It just wasn't great. Right now, everything that could go wrong for the Titans and their quarterback development is going wrong, where people are now questioning Cam Ward. And I think that's more so because of the infrastructure. On the opposite end, just for people to understand, Drake May was 21 of 23 for 222, 9.7 yard average, 2 tubs, a 96.3 QBR, a 135.9 passer rating, and also had 8 carries for 62 yards on the ground.
You get together.
And Stevenson, 88 yards rushing, with the tub. Travion Henderson. Oh,
told you take
second
that
round
over.
pick.
Told you take that. Swipe over some splash sports.
Hold on.
Earl told you that over.
Early. Let me finish the slide.
Yeah.
Travion Henderson, 2 carries for 5 yards, 2.5 yards a carry. Again, second round pick. They're still not utilizing him. But on the passing end, Stephon Diggs continued to have a good year, 7 receptions for 69 yards. Kayshawn had 2 receptions for 55 yards in the tub. Also, made a beautiful snag in the end zone. I'm talking about beautiful snag in the end zone. Early, J-Rob, Josh, Bama. Drake May looks like he's going to win an MVP at some point in his career. He's that good.
Yeah,
he's phenomenal.
Once he gets it all the way together.
Early, once he get like a real
number one,
real contender around him. I mean, don't kid me wrong. He's starting off better. I'm not kidding. Y'all know how I feel about Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow is top 4 going away. And I would make an argument for 3 over Josh Allen as of last year because I think he played that well. He's starting his career off better than Joe did, than Josh did.
If he gets I've heard words about Jordan Addison. Hey, look, it's guys I think gonna be out there. Jaden Waddle gonna be out there pretty soon. I'm be honest with you, man.
I got a guy. I got a name for you that if I'm looking around the league and I'm a wide receiver and I'm the Patriots with my young quarterback, how much is George Pickens worth to you?
Don't you send that over there.
Why
send it over there.
Why not?
I knew you would say George Pickens. George Pickens, I'm gonna tell you why.
He's a top 10 wide receiver in the league.
He absolutely. Listen, I have argued from the history of what you know 88 to play like
receivers in football right now. Bro.
I have argued from the history of what you know 88 receivers to play like in Dallas. They should rip that 88 off City linebacker and put on George Pickens. Because I ain't gonna lie, when you look at the history of 88, that's how an 88 plays.
All right, man. Early be going like.
Am I lying? Am I lying?
Yeah, you're lying. Yes.
So you're telling me when you think about the history of 88 to play for Dallas, they don't play George Pickens?
No.
That's how 88's played.
No, Michael Irvin, Des Bryant, and then this dude right here, CD.
I'm gonna say this.
I get what Early's point. Look, 88 is aggressive.
Michael Irvin was finesse too.
50-50.
He has great footwork. CD is an
it.
aggressive catcher of the football with finesse with his feet. Yeah, that's what he is.
He got 7 drops already. He been dropping the ball.
I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't get what Early means. When we watch,
you know what I mean.
Dez wasn't no route running machine. He's a physical route runner who's taking the route.
Yeah, that's why he was never better than Demaryius Thomas. We know that.
But I'm gonna say
okay, bro. That's what we know.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
That was top 3, nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you. He was
Demaryius Thomas was. Wait. Just for context, y'all. Demaryius Thomas was the best yak receiver in football for like 4 straight years.
How many times did he lead the league in touchdowns?
Touchdowns. So one stat. Touchdowns. That's it.
You just named one stat.
No, but I'm saying, but 1 year. I said 4 years. 1 year leading in touchdowns. Who led in touchdowns last year?
Last year?
Yeah, last year. Who led in touchdowns?
I don't know.
Chase won a triple crown.
Hey, watch this, guys. Watch this, guys. Who played on the other side of Demaryius Thomas?
Which one? Eric Decker, Emmanuel Sanders.
Right? Who played on the other side of that?
Terrence Williams. Terrence Williams without the receiver. Now what?
So what? Hey,
what do you mean, so what?
I don't do that.
Terrence Williams was one of the best receivers ever come out of Baylor, by the way. So you're not gonna catch me on this. I know exactly Terrence Williams.
I don't care.
I remember Terrence Williams too.
Yeah, Terrence was cold, so you can keep lying all you want. All that early reaction you're doing doesn't mean nothing.
Yeah, but we're not going to use his 1,000-yard receiver.
I know, but you're not gonna. Demaryius Thomas. Just for clarity, Demaryius Thomas out of college went to Georgia Tech. The only reason he fell to the 20th because he went to Georgia Tech. He was a 4.3 receiver. That's 235 pounds. And was a dominant
had 1,000
receiver.
yards in the wing T. That's
what I'm saying. Like DT, if he went somewhere else, conversation.
He got better than Bedez though.
No, he absolutely was. He was a better route runner. He was better route runner, and he was better after the catch.
J-Rob, in my 31 years on this earth, I've only seen 3 receivers where they put a fucking punter gun on them, where it's 2 guys on them. That's Dez Bryant, that's Julio Jones, that's Calvin Johnson. The only receiver in my life where they dominated so much, they put 2 receivers on like a gunner and a punt.
Bama, that's how I know he doesn't know what he's talking about. The Broncos versus the Jets. The Jets did it to the Broncos. Mm-hmm. They spread their defense out, J-Rod. You probably remember this. They put, because you're a Jets fan, they put a corner, and then a safety behind both Eric Decker and Demaryius Thomas. Am I lying? J-Rob. It was the dumbest thing of all time.
We play like almost like a OD like a trap 2 almost.
You know why?
Like, instead of a trap,
Because
almost like a trail
Demaryius
2.
Thomas was going haywire.
No, you said
That's why.
you said it did for both.
I know what you're saying. Though. You're saying they lined up with 2 corners on 1 receiver. That's what you're saying early, right?
Yeah, he's talking about the double
like,
at the.
He was so dominant.
Yeah,
They were so like the way Dez, like, again, I don't even like Dez like that. But for a short period of time, the way Dez was physically imposing. When you watch George Pickens play, it'd be like, yo, you need a nigga with some weight over there because he will bully you if you over there. If George Pickens smell it in the water, he will bully you over there. If he smell it. I got one.
From what I've seen, the wide receiver play I've seen in the 2025-2026 season, I think we have to do a reevaluation of who the top 10 guys in the league are.
This year? Sure.
This year. Because obviously, we'll say Chase and Jettas at the top. We'll leave them 2 up there.
Jettas at the top.
I got Jettas at the top too.
Jettas at the top this year.
Then it's a gap.
You're stop it. Stop. Bama, you literally will just lie for no reason. Chase has been phenomenal this year without Burrow. Stop it. You just be lying.
Can I just throw something out there though? Yes, Chase and Burrow are at the top.
Let's move them on.
But then this is what I get. It gets weird. This is where
JSN been better than Chase.
JSN
better than Justin Fields. No. JSN better than Jefferson this year. JSN better than Jefferson this year. Yes, he has. Yes, he has.
But
he has over 800 yards already.
No, because lack of quarterback play. Because you stole my quarterback. The same quarterback you got, that was my guy. That was my girl. You took my girl from me.
You got Puka Nacua, who we got to respect.
Yep.
I'm going to be honest, bro. I think St. Brown deserves his flowers now.
It's about that time.
I'm going to say this. Y'all do not want to hear this, bro.
About that time.
This is why I say, this is why you don't have the best memory on PC, Swiper.
Let me finish.
Go ahead, bro.
George Pickens.
What are you talking
about? This is what we're seeing of him after these 6 weeks, especially
he's going crazy. He's been crazy this year.
But early. But Swiper. He's been going crazy, right? But it's not that he's just productive.
You can't cover him.
It's his production versus the God-givens, bro.
You got to add in the fact that the pass interferences he's drawn this year too. Yeah, add that in too.
Okay, but the ability to take the ball from people, the concentration, the hands, the yak, the athleticism. George Pickens to me. I'm not staying in Dallas if I'm him.
No.
I'm not because I'm not going to keep doing this.
I'm not going to do this. I'm 15 targets when Lamb not here, and I'm 9 targets when he's here. No.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something that I realized. You know why I really respect AJ Brown? Because AJ Brown told the world that I won a Super Bowl, but nothing gets me more excited than running against another person and taking their will. This Super Bowl cool, but I don't care unless I'm able to go out there and put 10 catches, 150, and a touchdown on another grown man week after week. George Pickens,
I want to eat
type of receiver, and if you keep him in Dallas, he will have to be a Z or the number 2.
No, he's a number 1.
He goes to the Patriots. Your man that you're talking about is getting that MVP a little sooner. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Or the Bills. Anywhere where's the quarterback?
George Pickens is no coincidence.
As your receiving core, that boy will get his MVP.
George Pickens, it's no coincidence you're having your best career season of all time because you're with Dak Prescott.
Oh my fucking God.
Dak Prescott's been the best quarterback in football this year.
He was a 1,100-yard receiver.
Okay. No, but he's not. It's not close.
Pickett.
No, it's not close. It's not close. Stop, please. It's not close. He is having his best year of his career by far this season. Because of Dak. He's also a freak.
A good receiver gets a quarterback.
Hold on.
What do you know?
He's also a freak. But it's Dak.
A freak.
But it's Dak.
He's
Dak
Giannis at wide receiver,
Dak.
Bro.
I hear you, but I'm gonna be real with you. If you watch the game, Swiper, make some Swiper. You're a Broncos fan, Swiper.
I really feel that way, Swipe.
You're a Broncos fan, Swiper, right? You're a Broncos fan, right? Tell me. Be honest with me. When he played against Patrick Surtain, he had that nigga in a blender, but they kept getting pass interference. Holding calls.
No, one.
You're lying.
One.
You're lying.
It was
he would have had 150 yards.
You know why?
He would have had 150 on that point. I watched the bully
early. Again, this is early. When you start yelling, that's when you were wrong. He had one pass interference call that got called back, And so that's why, to this day, Steelers fans are like, well, he got cooked for more than 14 yards because he had one pass interference call. He didn't have 150 or 100. So again, being emotional, you want to make up stories.
I didn't say.
Patrick Tan has never, and Bama tell you I'm tripping.
That nigga would have had over 100 yards on Patrick Surtain if he didn't get caught. And it was more than one call. You're lying.
No. This is early. It wouldn't have been over 100 because I remember the game vividly.
It was more than one
watched the game happen.
So, it was more than one call.
No. That's what I'm saying, bro. This is
it was more than one call.
You said
I watched you crash out before
you
said
100. There's no crash out. There's no flip-flopping.
We saw you on Twitter, Swiper.
You said 150 yards.
Yeah, you do be crashing out, Swiper.
You be crashing out, bro.
You be crashing.
And then you come on here like,
I'm honest about
Bo Nix. You guys see him score 13 points in the fourth?
Yeah, I'm honest about Bo Nix.
You be
I'm very honest about Bo Nix.
I'll give it to him. I'll give it to him.
And I'm very honest about Bo Nix.
Yeah, he crashing on the Sunday.
I'm very honest about Bo Nix. So, hold on. Before I mute you, because you're talking over everybody. Hold on. Bama. Let's just move on from this because we're going to go to a whole other conversation. I think GSN's been the best receiver in football this year. I think Trey Bake's been a top 7 quarterback in the league this year. He might end up being higher by the end of the season. And you ask me, he might be, top 3 in MVP this year. Who knows? And then we got Vegas versus Kansas City. What do y'all want to talk about? Rashee Rice coming back?
Yeah, Rashee Rice coming back, but let's move on. That's bad football.
That's horrible football. No Brock Bowers.
Yo, they mercy ruled them. They mercy ruled them, bro. They taking knees with
Mahomes was out in the third quarter. He had a cap on in the third quarter.
They took a knee with more than 2 minutes left, bro.
Swiper, I told again, shout out to Splash Sports. I told y'all, when that jump went from -12 to -13.5, they wanted y'all to jump on that Raiders money. I told y'all it's going to be a blowout. When that line go up to 14, they hoping y'all like, that's to be points for fail. They blew them boys out the water.
We got 20 minutes to get the actual football because that game sucked. Early, you said, matter of fact, I'll mute you too so you can't talk over. Can't hear a word from early. No. Hey, hold on. Just play along. Just play along, early. Just play along. Early, this is your conscience speaking. Jalen Hurts got one more damn game before I slander him all the way back to New Mexico. And what do you know? Put your face in the camera early so people can see you. What do you know? Jalen Hurts, 19 of 23 versus Brian Flores. 326, 3 tubs, 95.1 QBR, a 158.3 passer rating. Now, early, before you get off the mic and start yapping, let me ask, Bama, can you go any higher on passer rating than 158.3 in the NFL?
Nope. Last time I checked, I think that was a perfect passer rating.
So you had a 95 QBR and a perfect passer rating versus the Vikings defense? Wow. The Vikings defense, and by the way, no. By the way, Josh.
Convenient for Trent not to be here.
Josh, magnifier. Josh, did you know that the receiver that dusted the same Isaiah Rodgers, mind you, who had literally the perfect PFF score, the only perfect PFF score ever in the history of the company. Did you know that Isaiah Rodgers got burned for the 4th down pass? Did you see that?
I did not know that. I didn't pay attention to that game. I'm not gonna lie to you.
All I'm saying is, I'm not a Jalen Hurts guy all the way, but I'm just saying early, you've been nasty to Jalen Hurts.
A lot of people have been nasty, Swiper. There's been a lot of nastiness.
Does it reset the 4 more weeks again?
Early, unmute your mic and talk now. Go ahead. You got to unmute
yourself. What more do you want to see, early? What more do you need to see?
I think it's weird that this is what I think is weird. This is what I think is weird, right? This is what I think is weird. I think it's weird you're 7'1" and you can dunk, and then we're excited about you dunking. I think it's very weird. I think it's weird that you have a top 3 receiving core in the NFL, and you use them. Oh my God, you use your receiving core that we know is top 3. Oh my God, you're kidding me.
Boo.
Oh my God, you have one of the best receivers in the game, and you use them. Oh my God. Oh my God, are you for real?
Josh, how you feel about Jalen Hurts?
Did you throw passes to AJ Brown and he dominated? Oh my
I feel like Jalen Hurts. He started off the season.
What's bored? I'm gonna say what's bored. What's bored is we were quiet as a sumbitch the week before when they got their ass whipped by the Giants. Boo! Jalen Hurts is over.
No.
Where was he? Boo!
I've been rocking with
Boo!
Jalen Hurts.
Oh my God, a pass rush. Boo! Oh my God, no one wanted to tackle Scatterboo.
Bama dropped the tape on me. He done dropped the tape on me with Jalen Hurts. I don't want to hear that.
You gotta guess, you guys.
The tape is on the internet.
Josh, what you got to say? Go
ahead. He just got
his
ass whipped by the Giants.
Yeah, that was something.
What are we talking about?
Feel like that offense, player for player, that offense is so potent. So seeing them do like 4 tush pushes in a row, just like it's kind of icky. I'm like, yo, you got AJ Brown, you got Saquon, you got Devontae Smith, you got Jalen Hurts,
and they used
Super Bowl winning quarterback. So I'm like, when they started the season, I'm like, why are they playing this way? Like on paper, I don't think there's any team that should be able to beat the Eagles.
I messed up for the Broncos apparently.
It's just
every now and then Josh comes out and has a good game, and then he'll go 3 weeks of bullshit, and you guys will come back another 4 weeks and now go. You got another game.
You got another 5 weeks now. You got to restart your timer.
Another 5 weeks now. We're gonna see.
This is just a franchise quarterback being a franchise quarterback, one of the best players in the world at his position, doing what he does. Like the problem is when y'all decide to get over aesthetics and take it for what it is week to week, you'll be fine. You know what this reminds me of? Piper, you love the NBA. You talk about the NBA all the time on this lovely platform. Giannis Antetokounmpo, to me, is debatably the best player on planet Earth.
No wonder you don't talk basketball then. My bad.
That's not true. Let's talk. You're being nasty. You're being nasty.
Because where you going with that? Where you going with this?
Let me finish.
Where you going with this?
Y'all not watching basketball. Giannis is debatably
let him finish.
Best player.
Let him finish.
Honestly, I could go get the numbers to prove the Giannis point. That's not my point. I'm trying.
He still ain't got the best numbers in the league though. But go ahead.
No, he don't have to have the best numbers in the league, but he puts up top tier.
That's cool. Where you going with this?
Dominant numbers. Giannis Antetokounmpo, though, I don't think gets enough love for the level of player that he is, especially I think over the last 3-4 years of his career. Swipe, would you agree with that?
100%, yeah.
And the only reason I think that is, in my opinion, has nothing to do with winning basketball games. I think it has everything to do with aesthetics of how it looks.
Because are you comparing the Greek Freak to fucking Jalen? Hey, bro. Hey, bro.
It's the point is not about Giannis and him being the Greek Freak versus the type of player he is to the NBA to what Jalen is to the NFL. The reason people don't give Jalen Hurts his due is because they don't like how it looks. Josh just came up here and said it looks icky. The term he used was icky. A lot of people go and say it looks nasty. The aesthetic don't look good. This, that, and the third. But it still gets the job done. When they talk
but it matters the way it looks, though.
They don't like the fact that Giannis can take 3 dribbles, full court, Euro, and put his nuts on your back. They don't like that. They don't.
I ain't gonna lie though, J-Ron.
J-Ron. For you to say Jalen Hurts, no, Lamar. We don't like the way it looks with Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is Giannis. Like it's dominating, but it ain't old school the way you want it to be.
The perfect
analogy. Jalen Hurts is like
funny. I'm gonna be funny real quick. Y'all remember on Don't Be a Menace where he said, "Should I get this Uzi with these high tops?" Or this Mac 10 with these low tops.
I just wear these,
dude. And Jalen Hurts pulls out the pink bunny slippers every time. And it's like, bro, why would you get the Mac 10? What are you? So you mean to tell me out of everything you chose to wear today, Jalen Hurts, we see your whole closet. Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, Saquon Barkley. Bro. You mean to tell me you just want to push the whole game?
You want to bust out the pinks, bro.
We finna push the whole game away. I'm not saying, bro. You got to go out there and pass for 500 yards every game. But my nigga, 100 yards, bro. You're gross. You're gross, Jimmy. I get it, bro.
And it's nasty because when he has games like this. Like, dog, Lamar Jackson can have games like this. It don't be having like you have games like you niggas are so nasty because he'll have a game like this and we don't be real with ourselves.
We've seen Lamar with under 200 yards in the game and win. passing.
All right.
But what I'm saying is that when he has games like this, you have the weapons.
I feel you. I gotta.
Ain't nothing wrong with the pink slippers. I just wear these.
We gotta get to the rest of the slate.
Giannis.
By the way, I don't know if you didn't watch this game. Justin Jefferson was not the leading receiver in this game. The best receiver on the floor today was Jordan Addison, 9 for 128. And again, it was the way that they were slanting their coverages toward Justin Jefferson. So make sure y'all understand
we can send him to New England too.
Yeah, Jordan's cool. He's a great player. Next up, we have the Carolina Panthers versus the New York Jets. And if you didn't watch this game, Justin Fields got benched, didn't miss much. Tyrod Taylor came in, 126.
Can we just move on?
Can I say one thing? Let's move on. Can I say one thing about my team? One thing about my team.
Rico Dowdle was
you a Jets
in the
fan.
game,
Relax. Hey, listen, it's okay. It's okay that we paid somebody a bag, but the other guy came out of nowhere and he played good. Don't overthink it, Panthers. Give Rico down drive, give Chuba Hubbard a drive. Bam, you see how potent the offense was Rico down in the game?
But
you
that's
see how
what they
potent
did.
it is?
They were going back and forth the whole
Literally,
game.
they were going one drive, you get it, one drive, you get it.
Trade Rico or Chuba to Kansas
keep
City
Rico and trade Chuba Hubbard.
Honestly, they're both for me. I think they're both good running backs. So I still think Chuba Hubbard's a good running back.
But we good. We good. We go down. He's an every down back.
All right, y'all. Next game, we can't spend a lot of time on this, obviously, but it was it's literally statistically, apparently, quarterback-wise, the most dominant fourth quarter in regular season NFL history, which is just insane. It was a horrible game. In quarters 1 through 3, the Broncos, they win 33-32. They were down 0-19 at the end of the third quarter, and then Bo Nix, I think in the fourth quarter had
big screen himself.
I think he had 200.
No, I big screened him because he said he was crazy.
No. I think. Well, I'm saying, Bama. I think there's never been a 2 rushing touchdowns and 2 passing touchdowns in the quarter, or 230 plus yards like that. What I'm saying is statistically, it's like 1 of 1. But I'm saying Bo Nix was horrible first 3 quarters, as everybody saw on the timeline. I called him a bottom 5 quarterback in the league because I think he was playing at the level. The team is too good for you to play like that. And then all of a sudden, the lights came on like it did versus the Eagles, and he's like, boom, 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 boom. And they couldn't stop him. Nick Bonito didn't get a sack, but Jonathan Cooper now has 8 sacks or 6 sacks on the year. Nick Bonito now has 8. And then Jonathan Cooper has 6.
Nick Bonito did nothing that game, by the way.
Who? Nick Bonito did plenty of that game. They slanted their entire. They slanted their pass.
Yeah, we didn't watch. I don't think we watched the same game early.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He didn't do it in that game.
Yeah,
I don't think tackles. Actually, go ahead.
Dre Greenlaw got suspended. So he suspended versus the Cowboys because he walked up to the official and said something apparently threatening to him, and the official threw a flag. And
he kept. So after the game was over with, he kept walking to the ref, and he was like, "Yeah, as y'all was celebrating." And
we can't get into it, but they got the ball back down 32. What was it, Bama? It was 30-30. It was 30-26. They had to go 80 yards. They had 10 actual offensive yards on that drive, J-Rob. Because everything else was penalties.
Yep.
So it was
that PI.
But how you feel about Bo Nix though? How you feel about Bo Nix?
I'll give you
that. I don't like that he's not had a full game this year, and so Broncos fans are very upset.
He's kept it consistent.
No, J-Rob, I'll get your point. Do you think he's a bad quarterback?
Bad? No, he's not bad. He's playing.
Hey, can you big screen me?
Yeah.
Swiper says the only reason that the Broncos don't have the worst quarterback in the division is because Geno Smith.
That's true.
Also, Swiper says,
"Yep.
Am I trolling? Does Knicks have the worst passing touch in the NFL?"
Yep. That's
hey, brother, you are a weird fan. That's all I'm saying to you.
How is that weird? To be honest,
you're a weird fan.
Why is it weird to be honest?
Go on my man's X account and pull up his tweet.
You are weird.
I
told you.
Why is it weird?
Why is
it weird to be?
Hold on, time out. Kept the foul.
Why is it weird to be honest? I don't understand why you got to glaze people because they in your city. That'll make
you
no
went
sense.
from Swiper. You literally went from Boeing shit to let's go, Bo. That's how you throw a pass, Bo.
If you play bad for 3 quarters, I'm gonna tell you, and then you play well for a quarter, I'm gonna tell you. Like he had a phenomenal 4th quarter. Don't acknowledge it. That's crazy. Like that's just not the way. That's not the way I work. Like if I feel like if you play bad, I'm gonna tell you play bad.
Lost. You should be on to the last.
There is no should. There is no should. They should have beat the Colts too. So it happens. Like that's the way the game goes.
0-2.
0-2
in the last 2 weeks. In the last 2 weeks,
the Jets. I'm sorry, the Jets weren't beating them. That team sucks.
You sucked last week versus Jets.
Indianapolis, and guess what? I don't know who your team is. Who you rep again?
Panthers fan 3-0 so far.
That's what I'm saying. So hush.
All right.
It's crazy. You should have heard what he had to say about Bryce Young 2 years ago.
Daniel Jones, by the way, another top 5 quarterback. He has 288 passing yards in this game. They win 38-24. Justin Herbert, horrible first half, great second half.
Swiper, is he running back one, Swiper?
Who?
Who you think?
Bijan Robinson?
Jonathan Taylor? It's yeah, sure. Him or Bijan.
Bijan Robinson.
No, wait, no, hold on. I'm so
up.
sick of y'all.
Jameer Gibbs?
I'm so I'm so sick of y'all. No. Jameer had
Mac
one great
Jones,
game this
Christian
year.
McCaffrey?
Yes, Christian McCaffrey. Y'all don't for some reason he's been wiped off the face of the earth in the best running back in the world conversation. He had the most dominant game.
He is hurt.
And he made Bijan Robinson look like Ashawn Robinson. That's what he looked like.
Yeah,
That's what he made him look like. CMC was phenomenal in that game.
Swiper all season.
CMC was phenomenal.
They won't even
that
bring the
game.
boy name up. They won't even bring his name up.
CMC's a dog. He's not top 3 though.
Why is he not top 3? You see what he just did?
I ain't gonna lie to you.
He has 56 receptions this year.
Bro, this past game was literally the first game.
They're literally winning games
right now. The best running back on the planet right now.
They're winning games with
No, it ain't. That's not what I saw. That's not what I saw. Guess what?
Kidding me?
Christian McCaffrey played versus a better defense too.
This was the first game when we saw Christian McCaffrey look.
No, I'm not doing this. We're moving on.
We're
We're moving on. We haven't even got to the game yet. Indianapolis.
I don't even like you guys been.
Christian McCaffrey.
We have a guest, and y'all are doing all these shenanigans.
You know how hard? Hey, Bama. You know how hard it is to run the ball when I have to.
By the way, the Colts are 6-1 now.
10 passes a game against linebackers because I need to help Mac Jones' ass out. Don't you do that? Don't you do that?
It's impossible. You cannot.
You know what else you can help him out with?
That's what I heard. That's what I heard last year.
That's the rules.
By the way, Dallas stomps Washington, but again, Jaden Daniels goes out with another injury. It was his other leg, hamstring injury, I believe. He's out for this Monday Night Football. Marcus Mariota came off the bench, threw it right to Deron Bland, and Deron had another pick six that, another pick six.
All time in pick sixes?
That may, I don't know. Dak Prescott, 21 of 30, 264 yards.
Ed Reed pretty fast.
21 of 30, 264 yards, 3 touchdowns, had an 87.8 QBR. He's been the best, I think, quarterback in the league this year. They play versus the Broncos this weekend at 4:25 Eastern Standard Time in Denver.
Who they play? Who playing?
The Cowboys and Broncos.
Yeah, they don't beat them. If y'all put, they need to beat y'all, but they gonna beat y'all.
Well, they haven't beaten Denver since 1995, so that'll be the first time in a while. Arizona, Green Bay. Bama, I thought Arizona should have won this game.
Yuck.
I don't know how to. Trey McBride, 10 for 74 and 2 TDs in this game. Josh Jacobs only 55 yards, but did have 2 touchdowns as well. He continues to have a good year. Jordan Love, so.
No receivers, don't do that to him.
And then Atlanta versus San Francisco. This was a great game defensively. Kind of sloppy. Mac Jones didn't throw the ball for 152 yards. Apparently, George Kittle got back. They made him a 6th offensive lineman because he didn't have a catch in this game. It made no sense. And
Michael Penix is ooh boy.
Oh wow.
I'm not a fan of Michael Penix. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, wow.
He had 244 and a touchdown from Michael Penix, and then Drake London 4 for 42.
Let them stats for you. It was terrible.
Bijan Robinson was not good this game, and then Christian McCaffrey had 72 receiving yards and 129 running yards. So, RB1 maybe. And then Monday Night Football.
He's a better running back than Bijan Robinson. I mean, not Bijan Robinson, but
Monday Night Football. Yeah, Detroit versus Tampa Bay. Which one of these games y'all want to talk about real quick? Detroit versus Tampa Bay or Seattle versus?
Honestly, just because the Buccaneers was hurt, I want to talk about Seattle. Yeah, I was gonna say I want to talk about Seattle.
Yeah, that was a bad game. He had a bad game.
Seattle, JSN, best receiver in the league right now. I told people this.
Yeah.
Was Derek Stingley checking him? What was going on there?
It wouldn't have mattered. Nobody in the league could check him.
All right.
He did.
Nobody in the league could check him, bro.
He's going
Nobody in the
crazy
league
right
could check
now.
him, bro.
Yeah, he's going crazy right
He's
now.
the twitchiest receiver in the game right now. He's not the fastest. Watch the route.
And he got these right here. He got mitts.
Soft hands, patient hands too. Patient.
He got magnet grips on that motherfucker. Like once that shit go over there, that shit caught, boy. That shit
and the thing is, he just looks so natural when he catches. Just look like all in poetry. Like
listen
don't
here.
even.
Listen here, bro. This is what I do, bro. People, you can't bring up cuts. You can't. Shut the fuck up. I can bring up whatever I want to bring up. Listen here. When they say who is the GOATs at Ohio State, they said Chris Carter. I kept hearing so many people say JSN. I'm like, but they like that, man.
Like that.
They said, boy, like that. They said he was like that. I'm glad to really see it, bro. Because
I'll say this much about the guy. I'll say this much. He's probably been the best Ohio State receiver.
Man, I've been telling you about this
years.
Bro. I've been telling you what this kid was, bro.
Yeah, that sounds good. I just know
I'm the one who eggs up all the Ohio State receivers.
If you're Sam Darnold, you had to be one of the you had to really
go from
struggle,
Jettis to JSN,
and then you get Jettis and JSN back to back. Like you deserve
yeah.
it. He deserved it though. He went through a hard time.
With
them bum ass Jets, he went through a hard time.
You see a Mecca Ibuka too. Don't get it twisted. A Mecca doing his thing.
A Mecca Ibuka good, but JSN,
JSN is that's a different type of. JSN come from that. He come from that Isaac Bruce, Marvin Harrison mode, like them.
Chris Carter vibes though. Like he's all around. Devontae Smith.
Them route gun.
What you say, Josh?
So what's wrong with Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Confidence.
No, Kyler Murray. What we talking about?
I think he'll be fine, Josh.
Once that confidence get there, I think
Kyler Murray's what's wrong with him.
Yeah, honestly, Josh, I think he'll be fine. Honestly, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I don't want to put.
I just think like he had 800 yards last year as a rookie. I really don't think it's him. Like in terms of the ability to me is all there. I'd be really surprised like if he doesn't work out. The thing I want to add to that before we slide up out of here is Seattle.
Marvin Harrison to the Patriots.
Are we sure Seattle doesn't shake the room?
Absolutely.
With Sam Darnold playing like that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's my point. Like, if this is because I rock with Sam. Shout out to Sam. Sam, I love you, Sam. Thank you for that interview at the Pro Bowl. You my dog for life, bro. I love you, man. I think you're gonna be a great quarterback.
Oh, look at you kissing ass.
That's my dog. He gave me as a guy who works in journalism, I appreciate certain interviews. He was a great interview.
Wait, why you don't fall for it with Sam Darnold? Is he the best quarterback he's the second best quarterback in the NFC right now?
Regular season turns into a pumpkin in the playoffs.
I'm sorry, come on. Who's the who's the first one?
Third.
Oh no. Who's the first one?
Dak.
So you do know that Matthew Stafford is 17-2, right?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
I'm going.
I just told y'all 17-2.
This
he
is
had five.
He good.
He had 5.
This is what I would ask a lot of people. What is your goal? Is your goal just have a good regular season?
The only reason the Broncos don't have to win
regular season awards, if that's your goal, is will be a good regular season team, win some regular season awards. Hell yeah. Sam Darnold it up. My nigga. That mask is gonna come back. Listen here.
The playoffs every time.
That boy every time. Oh my god.
As soon as the playoffs start.
Sam Darnold is about to go
my god
on a run. I like the Seahawks, man.
I like
what Sam is cooking.
That's going
Sam
to
Darnold.
Think Sam Darnold playing better than Matthew
Before we get up out of here, all I'm just saying,
Sam
Darnold is like a party drug, and when you lift that mask up, you see heroin. I'm trying to tell you.
Well, I don't know that we don't know what on this platform knows anything about that substance.
I don't know.
J-Ron, 1,900 yards, 17-2, and a 119 QBR rating. What is this nigga talking about?
Yeah, that's cool. I'm still taking Sam Darnold this year.
Over Sam. You're taking.
Wait, hold on.
Is Sam Darnold over Matt Stafford?
Is he playing better than Dak Prescott this year? Wait. No, stop. Is he playing better than Dak Prescott with those numbers?
He's playing like the best quarterback in the NFL.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You're just stat watching. You haven't watched Dak Prescott.
I'm not.
Good. I'm good.
No.
Dak Prescott has been a better quarterback. I don't care about if you're just going to read off numbers. You have to watch the games.
What about
Dak
him has been
better?
So you haven't seen Matthew Stafford pick niggas apart?
What are you talking? Yes, versus the Jaguars, he had a great game. Versus the Ravens 2 weeks ago, he was mid. 2 weeks ago. We watched that game as well. Yes. 2 weeks ago. Yes. I've seen all these games. Versus the 49ers.
His number one receiver was out. And he didn't have to do too much.
Wait.
He didn't have to do too much.
His number one receiver was out this last weekend. What are you talking about?
He didn't have to do too much.
He had 5 touchdowns and 181 yards. What are you saying? His number one receiver was out versus the Ravens too.
He didn't have to do too much though.
I don't understand what you're saying. The
Ravens scored 3 points the entire game. He didn't have to do too much.
He didn't play well in the first half.
But you want me to go read them Jalen Hurts stats? You're being nasty.
Jalen Hurts.
You're being nasty.
We're doing back to
You're being nasty.
Josh, it was great to have you here. I hope you come back.
Ain't nobody have a bad game, but Jalen Hurts,
come back on a Sunday. It's a little better in here because early actually can talk about the games looking ahead. He doesn't talk about stuff that happened behind because then it's all over the place.
Nobody have a bad game, Josh.
J-Rod, great job today. Thank you for being here. Hope I see you soon. Bama, great job. Early, great job. Shout out to y'all. Hey, this is the Press Box on Player's Choice. We will be back here on Sunday at 11 a.m. Strong, ready to rock. See y'all soon. We out.